There's so much competition online. Ever feel like you missed the boat? When it comes to marketing, too many people are on the outside looking in. The digital revolution, seen now in the dominance of social media giants, created new opportunities for brands to reach people anywhere in the world. But now, over 2 decades into this big experiment, the landscape's too saturated for new players to break in. Right? Wrong. There's a new window of opportunity through which the next generation of blockbuster brands will emerge. The game is changing from the way our technology works to the way that human beings respond to the media that they consume. The bad news for most people is that they're still living in the marketing world of 5 years ago, repeating the same things over and over again to diminishing returns. The good news is that you can be amongst the first to understand the rules of the new game and play it with the best of them. Welcome to the new marketing era. Change creates opportunities. You need to learn the strategies, tools, and mindsets that are central to the new age of marketing so that you can take advantage of this opening and get ahead of your competition. I don't care if your business is B2B or B2C. You could be in real estate, health, beauty, retail, or any other industry. If you want to get your name out there, these are the things that have to be the top of your mind. Let's start with the consumer. In marketing, everything centers around the audience. Think about the way that you consume media and react to advertising. Targeted ads, flashy content, and manipulative ClickFunnels aren't new anymore. People know exactly when they're getting taken for a ride, and they're tired of that bullshit. People don't want to put up with salesy content. At this point, people have heard so many calls to actions that they can see them coming from a mile away. Even when they do stick around to hear you out, they've kind of braced themselves for the moment where you're going to try and take their money. And when it comes time to make your offer, you'll be met with resistance. The brands, companies, and entrepreneurs who understand this are thriving right now. They're serving content to their target audience that offers value from the jump, even if the viewer or reader never even reciprocates. They have products and services that have been built to enrich lives, so they create content that does exactly the same. So imagine you run a local pet shop. You have the coolest, most diverse selection of tropical fish in the region, and you know almost everything there is to know about them. You could create social media ads that say just that and invite people to come buy your fish. But the viewer knows that they're just watching an advertisement. Immediately, their guard goes up and they grow skeptical about what you're telling them. Instead, imagine if you started creating content around what it's like owning a tropical fish, how to best care for these pets, and simply just turning on your smartphone and showing people the excitement of working in this industry. Those who see this content still learn that you have the coolest and most diverse selection of tropical fish in the region and that you know almost everything about them, but instead of being told, they were shown. In a world where I can hit record on my smartphone and send all my thoughts into the social media algorithm, talk is becoming cheaper than ever. That's why talk has to be backed up. Always be ready to clarify and show people the proof behind the amazing discoveries and results that you're talking about. Leave someone in a desert and they'll grow desperate for water, right? Well, in a landscape of carefully curated corporate messaging, cliche branding and designs, AI-generated content, and fake gurus and experts everywhere, people crave authenticity. That's why those who will succeed are those who attach real faces to their brands. Clients don't want to work with a corporation. Customers don't want to buy from some company mascot. People want to do business with people, so showing the faces of your brand is a guaranteed way to stand out. So cut the bullshit, show instead of tell, and reveal the people who are your brand. That's what the consumer is looking for in the new marketing era. But as with everything, culture is informed by the interface and frameworks we use to interact with it. Let's talk about the trends underlying the new marketing era. The first one's obvious. Short-form content is king. If you don't think that this 10-minute YouTube video hasn't been designed to be cut into 30-second and 1-minute clips that will be blasted on TikTok, Instagram, Shorts, and Reels, then think again. TikTok is taking the lion's share of attention, especially when it comes to Gen Z. Their competitors in this space like Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter are desperate to steal that spotlight, and their algorithms will continue to prioritize short-form content until they succeed. If you take the advice I gave earlier about creating content that shows instead of tells and put it in this short-form package, you'll have both the audience's wants and the technology's needs working together towards your goals. Thinking about the tech, there's also so many avenues and ways that you can be creating awesome and engaging content. When I started working in the marketing industry in 2016, the barrier to entry was very, very high and much higher than what it is today. I had to buy expensive cameras and audio equipment, plan ahead for how to get it all on site, then spend hours working on with editors to get the final footage just right. Now, I tell my clients to simply whip out their smartphones, and hit record. And it's not just about the authenticity that people feel when watching smartphone videos. These devices also have really good fucking cameras. Gone are the days where you have to pay out for Photoshop while spending hours trying to learn this complicated software. Online solutions like Canva make it not only free, but ridiculously easy to create content quickly. Now, don't even get me started on AI. I think we're all in a little bit of terror about what services like ChatGPT have cooked up in the way of marketing copy. The new marketing era puts so many tools at your fingertips, but the key to success is this: do not rely too heavily on a single solution. Take AI as an example. Sure, it's great to put a prompt in and have your copy written for you, but if you let this become a crutch, your marketing materials will be lacking your unique personality. And over time, they will look no different than everybody else using AI for their marketing. This creates another opportunity of the new marketing era. In a world where content is cheap and easy to make, even the littlest effort to go the extra mile will stand out. Imagine if your competitors start exclusively using an AI copywriter. How much more would your human-created content stand out? Think about that. The last major shift that defines the new marketing era revolves around social media companies themselves. These platforms, after years, are aware of the fact that their softwares and algorithms can be easily manipulated. Since everything is built on the same internet protocol, the numbers on every social media platform can easily be tampered and manipulated. Building fake social proof and manipulating your audience with it has become a huge social dilemma on a global scale. The old mentality favors quantity, which is how many likes, comments, and followers am I getting. The new mentality seeks quality, which is who is genuinely engaging with my content. You don't have to be an internet detective to figure out that most of the largest social media platforms, Instagram in particular, are overflowing with bot accounts and imposters. The Silicon Valley giants are starting to wake up to this fact and are shifting what their platforms reward. In the new marketing era, those simply chasing the likes will fall short. Now, it's time about finding your focus niche and getting them to engage with your content. Another great example of this is SEO. 10 years ago, the name of the game was how many times could I spam my keyword into my blog, or how many backlinks can I buy. Now, Google searches doesn't just ignore sites that do things like this, it actively labels and punishes you for it. Instead of rewarding outdated SEO hacks or responding to the perfect hashtag, algorithms are getting smart enough to simply detect if your content is good or bad. We've spent the last decade trying to create marketing material that pleases the algorithm, but nowadays the algorithm is simply looking for content that pleases the viewer. From the way that modern audiences respond to marketing to the tech that enables you to deliver these messages to the world, these are the shifts that define the new marketing era. You now know the rules of the game and what it's going to take to win. Change creates opportunity, and it's in times like these that giants topple and new empires are built. What you do with this information, that's completely up to you. The window of opportunity won't be open forever, so don't get caught on the outside looking in. Time for your brand to lead in the new marketing era.